What up, my good people, man? I am Ben Troop. That is Cam Urser. That is Cody James Queen filling in today for Christian Go Carroll. This is Second Down. And look, we had a show put together for you guys. It was going to be great. We're going to be talking about the Sweet 16. We're going to definitely get to Zach Wilson, who obviously got everybody going crazy if you've been watching Twitter. And then we're going to get to, one of me and Cam's favorite days, the Air Max, one of the most iconic shoes of all time. But forget all that. People kept saying Coach Flores, head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Once again, he is a clone, of Bill Belichick. And right now, everybody, he is playing chess while everybody is playing checkers. We were talking about who's the most trusted man, in sports. I just seen from Adam Schefter, the Dolphins traded number 3 overall pick to the San Francisco 49ers for the number 12 pick, a 2021 third-round pick. San Francisco comp pick from Robert Seahawks, hiring the first round picks of 2022, 2023. And before I can even read this, the Dolphins traded back up into the first round because they traded up. They switched with Philly, who just signed Joe Flacco. So Cam, I know when it comes to these quarterbacks, they get to going crazy. But you look at the fact that San Francisco has said Jimmy Garoppolo. Number 1, we gave you a lot of money. Number 2, you missed Emmanuel Sanders, which means we would have been horsing up the Lombardi Trophy instead of Kansas City. But I guess Jimmy Garoppolo days are over. How you feel about this blockbuster pick for a rookie who hasn't played a down of football yet?
I love it for San Fran because anybody that plays under Shanahan just thrives. We seen Bethard, we seen Mullins. Mullins was actually on the record pace when he actually played and replaced Jimmy G, if we look at the stats. I like it. I like that they traded up. Everybody thinks Zach Wilson. I'm thinking Fields. I think they're going to get Fields over Zach Wilson. That's just me. I'm scared, nervous because I'm a Falcons fan. Yeah. So today is a really bad day. But craziest draft I've seen in Dolphins, what can I say? They got the number 6 pick. I think it's going to be Devontae Smith, and Eagles got a first-round pick for next year and still can stay in the top 14.
Now, Cody, what I see from this is it kind of kills that myth that, Coach Flores, had fallen out of love with Tua Tagovailoa. I never ever, really threw any, I would never really put anything on that. But they're moving out of they went from 3 to 6, and in the process gained 2 first-round picks in 2022, 2023, regardless of what their draft position is going to be. How do you feel about Coach Flores showing the world? I didn't just coach under Coach Bill Belichick. I didn't just see what this guy's new X and O's. I saw how he built his team. So when you look at one of these receivers, that's definitely, Waddle, Chase, Pitts. You got a lot of guys. How do you feel about what the Dolphins just did? Because that just shows that San Francisco was desperate to get, to move up to get their guy, but Miami, man, they was out of the top 10 for what, 5 minutes and came right back to the top 10 while still keeping those 2 first-round picks. I think the Dolphins gonna be here to stay, man. They trying to say we believe in Tua, we finna give them some weapons. And dare I say Buffalo Bills, even though Cam Newton is back with New England, they coming for that AFC East.
It's a robbery, boys. It's a robbery. Someone called the cops because 49ers got robbed. They're gonna, just like I was talking to Kevin Thomas, they're going to Derek Carr his butt. They just traded away the future. He's going to have no first round picks to help this rookie quarterback. And it's hopefully hopefully I was going to call him Mike Shanahan, but Kyle Shanahan has something up his sleeve besides hopefully get some good second round freaking draft picks and all that. But the Miami, dude, they got years and years of first round picks now. And I was talking to you guys before the show, during the show meeting. He's a great coach. He is an absolutely phenomenal coach. Imagine him using these first round picks. Hopefully, if the Deshaun Watson stuff calms down, I don't even know what's really going on with that. We're gonna have to wait till more information comes out. But he has all these first round picks to get him, and it seems like he got a bunch of first round picks for pretty much trading Laramie Tunsil, pretty much. So he's playing with house money, and try to get Deshaun Watson. That would change that franchise forever, and then try to trade Tua or something like that. But I personally don't think Tua is the answer in Miami. But dude, you have enough draft picks to try to go out. Maybe Aaron Rodgers, because they're trying to get Love out there. Maybe get some Deshaun Watson. There's a few other players. You got Russell Wilson. You know what I mean? Dude, they have plenty of first-round picks to grab one of these great quarterbacks. And I think in the future, it's going to happen.
I mean, Coach Flores, and one thing he just showed is the power of having a top 5 pick. Like, people be like, what do I do with a top 5 pick if the guy that I want ain't necessarily going to be there? Do I want to draft, best available? No, Coach Flores go, look, we're in a prime position. We have our quarterback. We would, if we don't play Tua as early as we did, we make the playoff. We won 10 games last year, and we was on the outside looking into the playoffs. So in my mind, Coach Flores is saying, look, man, I got money to deal. I got money to move around because I got picks. Now, I think the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes is over with because the one thing in life that scares anybody is unpredictability. I don't know what's going to happen with Deshaun. Every day, it went from 4 to 7 to 13. I ain't the greatest at math, but I know 13 is more than 4, and I don't know how this is going to end. I think it's more civil cases, but that's another topic for another day. Cam, you said something that I think is brilliant. Terry Fontenot. I love Matty Ice, and I love Julio, but I have seen us win and unfortunately lose with those guys. When you see what Flores just did, if your guy is there at 4 and you stay there, I get it. But the Falcons, if y'all haven't been watching, the Falcons be getting guys for 1 year, $200,000. They ain't got no money left. So, Cam, I ask you, do they stay at 4 because they might, because they might be able to get a Lance or a Fields, or do they do what Coach Flores did and say, hey, man, I'm willing to trade out of this pick if my guy's not going to be there to add more picks in the draft?
It depends. What I saw Coach Flores do, trade a 3rd overall pick for basically a 1st and 2 second rounders, a 1st for this year and 2 more 1st round picks in the future. If you're telling me somebody calls and they say, hey, Falcons, let's trade from 4 to 9 and then give me a 1st round pick for 2022 and 2023, that's hard to sneeze at. It's hard to say no to that. I would say, yeah, I would go for that because you could possibly still get something valuable. But I like that number 4 spot because I just want, I'm sold on Fields. I really want Fields in Atlanta. I think he could be the answer for the future. I said that a year ago. I'm still here today. So yeah, I want Fields.
I feel like they should trade back, and I feel like they should trade back to one spot back. And that would be the Bengals. If Penei Sewell was still there, you had your rookie sensation get hurt. I'd be fielding calls. I'd be calling them up. I wouldn't do 2 next year 1st round picks. I would accept another 1st round pick for next year since you're only moving back one spot. So you're not going to get the same deal Miami got, but still, it helps out your team in the future to maybe you have 2 1st round picks next year. Maybe you can get a quarterback next year, but this year, it's a trade that you can't resist. And even if Justin Fields, say if he slides down because they're looking for an offensive lineman, slides down to 5th and you just got an extra 1st round pick and you got your guy, make the call to the Bengals. If the Bengals say no, that's great. Don't go nuts with what you're going to offer because they're only going to jump up 1. And if they don't do it, I'm telling you, I wouldn't do Justin Fields. That's not me. I'd get Penei Sewell because you'd have Penei Sewell on that team for a decade.
That is Cody James Queen. I am Ben Troop. That is Cam Ursel. This is Second Down. Just filling in for Christian Go-Kells. The news of the day. Man, the Dolphins out here playing chess with everybody playing checkers. The Dolphins trade the number 3 overall pick to the San Francisco 49ers to go to the number 12 pick, a 2021 3rd round pick for this year. That's a comp pick from Robert Seeley, the hiring up there with the Jets. But in addition, they get a 2022 1st round, a 2023 1st round, and before they can even sneeze, they called up Philly. Hey, Philly, y'all just got Joe Flacco, right? Yeah, y'all don't want no QB. Let's get back up in the top 6. I'm telling y'all, when people ask, what do 1st round picks grant you? A top 10 pick, a top 5 pick? Man, you got movable parts. The hardest pick to move is the 1st pick because I get the pick for everybody else. I get the number 1 player. Once you go 2 and 3, man, it's a toss-up. And the NFL is also showing we look at 1st round picks. How many 1st round picks don't make it? A lot. Like, they have their moment with their jersey. You may never hear from these guys again. So I think Coach Flores said, I coached in New England. We never had 1st round picks. And we was going to the Super Bowl every other year. It's about building through the draft. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, 5th, 6th round pick. So I think that's what he's doing now. I do agree. This is just the beginning, though, fellas. I'm telling y'all. You know, as these guys, Matt Jones, and already did his pro day. Trevor Lawrence did his pro day. Zach Wilson doing his pro day. Trey Lance did his pro day. As these guys, when these big teams start falling, they get to see these guys in person. Who knows? We might be. We talking about a blockbuster deal that's not including Russell Wilson, not including Deshaun Watson for a rookie. And you wonder why these rookies think they full of themselves already? Because I'm trading away the whole franchise. But San Francisco says two things. Two things San Francisco are going to do. They're going to run the football. I don't care what running back they got. And they're going to play defense because they get Bosa back. Oh, yeah. Bosa and D Ford and that interior D-line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, those
Sherman, baby.
So all I'm saying is those guys are going to be in prime position because they know that they don't got Russell Wilson in the NFC West. They got a disgruntled Russell Wilson said, I don't know if I still want to be in Seattle anymore. I mean, I don't know how. Nobody's scared of the Rams. I'm sorry. I mean, I know they got, I know they got Matthew Stafford. I mean, okay. And then Kyler Murray, hey, they just got AJ Green to go along, with DeAndre, Hopkins. And people forget about old Christian Kirk in the slot. And Kyler Murray, you got to add that NFC West people just got more firepower. And they're gonna add a rookie with Lance. Please listen, San Francisco, just go get Lance. Leave Fields alone. Go get the guy out there. Go get let an Atlanta native come back to the A-Town down, man. I think Atlanta needs something. Love Matty Ice. But once again, I am being true. That is Cody James Queen. That is Cam Erskine filling in for Christian Gokell. This is second down. Listen, when we come back, we're gonna talk about a young man that's got people going crazy. We're talking about the young man, Zach Wilson for BYU. This is second down, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Second Down. I am Ben True filling in for the great Christian Gokel. That is Cam Ursher with a K. That is Cody James Queen with a J. And we just break it down to everything, NFL. And when you look at what's going on right now, you got pro days going on, and a guy that seems to have everybody going crazy. Before we even get to the news today, is Zach Wilson. I mean, he had Zach Wilson, great quarterback out of BYU. Terry Fontenot, Arthur Smith, and Dave Ragone are all in attendance. The only GM head coach combo there. Before we get to which edition to an NFL team has the best chance of regaining his career, let's get to the news of the day. For those of you who don't know, the Dolphins traded the 3rd overall pick to the San Francisco 49ers for the 12th overall pick and a 2021 third round pick, as well as a 2022 and 2023 first round pick. And before the GM phone could even hang up, he called Philly and said, "Hey man, y'all just got Flacco, right? Y'all believe in Jalen Hurts, right? Well, let's go ahead and get that number 6 pick from y'all." So they're already back in the top 10. But Cam, I mean, nothing moves the needle more than these quarterbacks. I know you got Lawrence. I know we got Fields. Now we got Lance. But there's this kid out of BYU getting comparisons to Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson and for man to improvise. I don't like those type of comps, but I mean, I don't make comps. But how you feel about everybody in the front office that has anything to do with the Falcons is in BYU today?
Zach Wilson is my guy. Cody knows this. I've been talking about him kind of all year. Dude, 33 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That's nothing to sneeze at all. And then last year, I'll put it like this. People keep saying he didn't play competition. Last year, he beat Tennessee on the road. Then he beat USC on the road. I know that's not cream of the competition, but it's still Power 5 schools. Beat Boise State this year, 51-17, where Boise State was ranked 20. He's a little inconsistent as far as longevity and body work. Judged by the past 3 years, but this year he blew up. He has the arm talent, but say the Falcons do draft him, he needs to sit because he is skinny. He's had injuries. He's only 210 pounds. Needs to put on some muscle. But I like Zach Wilson. It looks like he might have a bright future, but like you say, they're moving the farm and houses for these quarterbacks, and you don't even know if they're going to pan out.
Dude, he played at BYU. That's my thing. I don't know. We got an SEC tight end right here where he played with the real ones.
Yeah,
BYU and anybody that he played doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather have Justin Fields, someone who played in a better division. I mean, a better conference. Actually went to playoff games. Cool. You played at BYU, dude. Yeah. You got 33 touchdowns against a bunch of scrubs. Look at the other teams that he played. Scrubs. He played number scrubs. He's a scrub.
I mean, look, this is how I evaluate quarterbacks. I don't think it comes down to the competition. I don't think it even comes down to what your team did overall. You have moments. Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields 3 years ago was the number 1 and number 2 quarterbacks respectively coming out. I mean, Trevor Lawrence was the number 1, pocket passer. Justin Fields was the number 1. Number 2 pocket passer. Justin Fields, if I can remember correctly, was the number 1 dual threat quarterback because Emory Jones that went to Florida was the number 2. They did not tail off. I mean, they actually played each other in the playoff game their sophomore years with Justin Fields losing, and Justin Fields got to redeem himself. Think about this. Both of them got to play Alabama. Now, Trevor Lawrence beat Alabama, obviously, but lost to LSU, and then Justin Fields get to come back and play against Alabama, and nobody was beating them. Nobody. I mean, Najee Harris. I mean, Devonta Smith. I mean, Mac Jones, Minchie, Christian Barmore, Patrick Surtain, and the list goes on and on. But they look for moments. They look for throws that are NFL throws. Zach Wilson going to be one of those guys when you add out, depending on where you are in the country, will decide what you watch. Just like depending on where you are in the country, will decide what you eat. If you are in the South, it's going to be dead and deep fried. Get out of here with that vegan stuff. Well, do you prefer more of a balanced diet? You're going to go with BYU. I do agree, though, Cam, when I sit back and I watch Zach Wilson more, the boy can play. And the thing is this. Sometimes his talent level, it just supersedes everybody around him. Joe Flacco didn't play at a big school, Delaware. I mean, you look at a guy like Colin Kaepernick. He ain't played at a big school. Matter of fact, Josh Allen, the Josh Allen that plays quarterback, not the Josh Allen that went to Kentucky. He didn't play at a big school. And Josh Allen had a first team All-Pro with Stephon Diggs in his. So all I'm saying is, It becomes the fit with the player. Now, Zach Wilson didn't get voted a team captain. That just means, look, man, I might not be the best teammate, but I'm a great player. And sometimes you got to get like Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler to me was a good player, never a great teammate, but a good player. So you got to live with it. And Josh Rosen kind of showed us you can be a top 10 pick and get traded in your second year. Like, have y'all noticed Josh Rosen went 10th overall? Haven't heard from him since he left Arizona, went to Miami. I don't even know what Josh Rosen is now, but Zach Wilson is going to be a top 3 or 4 pick. I don't know which one is. We know Trevor Lawrence is going 1. We don't know nothing after that. 2, 3, and 4. We don't know what Fields, Lance, and obviously Wilson are going to go. I hope they go before.
He's at the 49ers now, apparently.
Huh?
I said Josh Rosen is with 49ers, apparently. I didn't know.
Okay. So, and the thing is this. We might as well know that nothing is going to push the draft more than these quarterbacks. And they loaded at skill positions. They loaded at offensive linemen, D linemen. It's about the QBs. Because as great as your defense can be, running game can be, receivers can be, if you ain't got a QB, since 2004 in the AFC, the only quarterbacks that have been to the Super Bowl in the AFC was Peyton Manning, Joe Flacco, Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. That's it. That's it. I mean, so think about that. Since 2004, those are the only quarterbacks. Pat Mahomes been twice. Tom Brady went 9 times.
A million times, yeah.
Tom Brady went 9 times. I want to say Peyton Manning went 3 times. He went 1 time with Indy, 2 times with Denver. I mean, Joe Flacco went 1 time and won it. I'm just saying it's not a lot of parity. People be then when Tom Brady goes to the freaking NFC, he goes again. And he went. So all I'm saying is you are a quarterback away. And because of how fast these quarterbacks are developing, they think our quarterback will do that. Baker Mayfield took Cleveland to the freaking playoffs and beat the brakes off of Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. Josh Allen, if he don't lose his mind, his second year, he wins a playoff game at Houston. If you don't start throwing the ball to the fullback, double covered down the field. So I'm just saying Zach Wilson is a winner. I don't know how it's – listen, let me say this. Wilson, Lance, Fields, Lawrence, I don't know how nobody going to translate. So let me just put – because they rookies. But I will say the Zach Wilson, does he deserve the criticism? I don't know. Because, I'm just saying Taysom Hill never threw a touchdown pass. BYU quarterback, by the way. Threw 2 of them. Threw his only touchdown pass ever against freaking Atlanta. So I'm just saying, don't even get me going with Taysom Hill going against Atlanta because this show will go out the way. But I mean, when you think about the impact of what these guys could potentially make, I know you like which new addition to the NFL team has the best chance of reigniting the career. I'm gonna just use that as quarterbacks. Out of Lance, Fields, Wilson, which one of those guys and Lawrence, which one of those guys to me, to you guys, got the best chance of reigniting these franchises?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. Whoever goes to San Fran is gonna have the most success, just because they have Shanahan. Shanahan makes everybody look good. Every quarterback he gets, I've never seen anybody play bad under him, even when they're mediocre. So whoever just gets blessed to be drafted by him, which is probably going to either be Fields or Wilson, will be able to have the most success. But outside of San Fran, man, as of right now, I could say the Falcons because they offer the most weapons with Ridley, Julio Hurst. That's a really good team to go into.
Gage ain't bad now.
Gage is really good. He's really good. So it's weird. It's going to be hard to tell, but at least 4 quarterbacks, somebody is going to be one that doesn't pan out. All 4, I don't know if all 4 of these pan out.
Wait, what 4 quarterbacks did you say?
I said Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and obviously Zach Wilson.
You're not going to go with Mac Jones over Trey Lance?
No, I think Mac Jones is going to be a first round pick, but I'm talking about maybe like the top 4 guys. I think Mac Jones might. I think he's going to be in the first round, but he's going to be like later in the first round. Ain't nobody betting the farm. Ain't nobody moving up to get him. For me, those guys are going to go top 5. Lance, Lawrence is going to go 1, and then you talking about Lance, Fields, and Wilson. Which out of those 4? Which one going reignite these fan bases and get these guys back in these these playoff conversations?
I'm going to be a homer here. There's one team out there that is almost complete, just needs a quarterback, got a great defense, got great receivers, good running back in Melvin Gordon. The Broncos. If Trey Lance goes to the Broncos, he'd be an improvement over Drew Lock. I am a Trey Lance fan.
They're gonna have to. I mean, are they willing to move? They're gonna have to move up. They're gonna have to. They're willing to move up?
They're at number 9. I could see them still getting.
Okay. They got a little leverage. Number 9, they're gonna
they got I feel like
whoa.
They can get Trey Lance. If not, I'm happy with Mac Jones. Any of these top 6 quarterbacks besides Zach Wilson, which I'm not a fan of, which he'll go before us, thank God. Go ahead and do the Chicago Bears thing, draft high and miss out on someone else. I at number 9, either Trey Lance or Mac Jones to the Broncos. Broncos is the one team that's missing only one thing to their team, and that's quarterback.
All right, man. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it. Listen. I know it's Rocky Mountain High out there. It's hard to breathe out there. But listen, are those guys willing to move up? Because to get who you really want, if he covered it, do you call Cincinnati? I mean, I know y'all want Penei Sewell, man, but what's up, man? Y'all willing to bet on move up a little bit? But you know what I'm saying? When we come back, man, we're gonna be talking about something that is near and dear to me and Cam's heart. Today is National Air Max Day. For you sneakerheads out there, and we're gonna get into what a sneakerhead really is. A sneakerhead don't mean I just buy sneakers. No, that's not what it means. But we're gonna get into some of the most iconic sneakers ever to grace this earth. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about that nonsense y'all talking about like designer stores. No, me and Cam gonna get into it. I am being true. That is Cam Mercer. That is Cody James Queen filling in for Christian Go Kelly on second down. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Second Down. I am Ben True, filling in for the great Christian Go Care. That is Cam Ursula. That is Cody James Queen. And make sure, listen, if you can't hear us, if you miss us, you can always go to Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Twitter, ESPNCoastal.com. Basically, if you don't see us or hear us, you don't want to see us or hear us. We everywhere, you never there. But make sure you get there and holler at us. But Cam, we finally got to it today. But all that today is National Air Max Day. Now, to you sneakerheads out there, I thought that when I was younger, I was like, dude, why do I like shoes this much, man? Why am I walking around looking at people's feet like I work at Foot Locker saying, what, 10 and a half, 11? You know what I'm saying? It's like, but Cam, you are a shoe connoisseur. See, I appreciate it when you graduated. I was looking at the footwork. I'm like, ooh, let me tell you something. So Cam, obviously you a lot younger than me, but you came up in the Jordan era, just like me. Came up in the Air Max era, just like me. But you got way more selection, like with the Kyries and the KDs and the PG-13s. Sorry, Steph. Ain't nobody wearing Under Armour. I love you.
Ugly shoe, yeah, no.
I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. But what are some of the iconic sneaks? And when I say iconic, I mean you shopping with your lady, y'all just chilling. You go, wait a minute, I didn't even know they can't. I want to know those iconic sneaks that no matter what. When I went to the prom, the Jordan, I want to say the Jordan 5s, the all whites. We was doing it back then, coming to school late because the store don't open till 10 o'clock. So we showed up they showed up at 10:30. I'm not getting them back then. But Cam, shoes like nobody's business. What's them iconic boys that you go, listen, man, I gotta go somewhere to where I gotta sit away from everybody because I can't get no scuffs on these, man.
Oh man, probably my favorite pair of all time, the Bread Ones. Those are my favorite shoes ever. I will rarely wear them. Every blue moon it has to be like a special occasion, but if somebody stepped on them, ooh, wow, yeah.
Hey, well, I want to know, what shoes did you wear to the Super Bowl? How about that?
Ooh, a lot. Man, I brought a lot. It was actually Nike. I wore a lot of Nike shoes that week. A lot of Nike Dunks that week, the skateboard shoes.
Oh,
and then
SBs.
And then a pair of Yeezys. That's what I brought down there. So I brought a lot of SBs and then a pair of Yeezys to walk around. Yeah, I love my shoes, man, but them Bread Ones, those are my favorite shoes of all time. Gotta always put them on for special occasions.
As not a big as a sneaker guy, I guess, because I do wear SBs and stuff like that. I do wear some Kyries. What makes them so expensive? Is it just because the limited amount of them, or is it what's so much better with the quality? What's the whole thing around certain shoes? Let's start with Jordans.
Well, I will say this, and I know this is crazy. When sometimes the dollar value just proves just how much, how big of a shoe it is. Meaning, Jordan came out in 1986, if I'm not mistaken, 85, 86 with his first shoe. They're literally selling the same shoe. Now they're adding different colors. Like the patent leathers came out with the all blues or the patent leathers or the all yellows. But this is the thing, right? What iconic shoes do, the same bait. When Cam came out the womb, his daddy buying him the little Jordans. He don't even know what Jordan is. And as he gets older, think about it. When you see dad and son and nephew and wearing the same shoes, it becomes this thing to where iconic shoes are like your favorite sports team. They bring you together. Now, I don't necessarily like the price all the time, but this is what people don't realize. It wouldn't matter what they charge, they're going to sell out. Forget what they pay now.
Yeah.
If it was, Jordans are 300, they gone. Jordans 400,
yeah.
They're gone. So I think what it is for me, right, when I think of iconic shoes, man, I think any Jordan is iconic because it's J's. Now, you got the team Jordans. I don't even know if Jordan approve of those because I ain't never seen Jordan wear those. But I'm a Jordan 1 guy. I'm going to tell you why. Listen, dude. Listen, when I come in there and I got on, black tee, black tee, black jeans. I got on an all-white A-Town fitted with the all-white Jordan 1s. They crispy, do not get close. But I'm gonna put the jeans behind the tongue just so you know I do this for real. They ain't got Jordan, the name on the back. They got the symbol. Now, the patent leather Jordans are always gonna be smooth. I got the low top. patent leathers that got the red on the bottom with the with the white and black. The all grays though, the all gray lows. I wore the all gray low patent leather to the store one time, Cam, and the dude walked up on me. I'm thinking he won't smoke because he walked up on me real fast. Like, no, I'm just trying to check. Where you get them from? And then it's like, no. And this is when you know you're a sneakerhead and they're iconic. You keep them clean, meaning they're way out of season. They ain't coming back again for another 2 years. Hey man, how you keep them so clean? Number one, I don't go if it even looked like rain. Nope, not doing it. Like not doing it. And number two, I want to be around other sneakerheads who think like me. You are what? Back up because I thought I was the only one, man. But listen, Adidas shell toe is gonna always be like when I think it was Pharrell. When Pharrell came through with the colors, oh my God, when he came through with the Adidas shell toe color scheme, colorway, I said, what? So the Huarache is gonna always be up there for me. Air Max, but let me tell you what it is. When I think of iconic, I think of one word: foams. Foams are iconic. We went foam crazy, and they started coming out with these crazy colors. I remember when everybody was rocking the neon green foams, and then the all red drop, and people lost their freaking mind. So, like I said, Cam know what I'm talking about, man. Foams, Air Max, Jordans, shell toes. People go crazy over Yeezys too. I mean, people fight.
That's what I got a whole bunch of Yeezys. What got me into shoes was it. I don't know if y'all watch, but when Kobe left Adidas, he did basically a free agency thing where he just wore different brands. He wore Adidas one night. He wore Nike, Jordan. He was wearing PE Jordans, Jordan 11s, Jordan 1s, Jordan 8s. I'm like, dang, Kobe putting on all the shoes. And Kobe's my idol, man. I seen Kobe do that, and I got into shoes. And then, growing up, I didn't have that many amount of shoes, but probably around high school, I started getting a whole bunch of shoes, and it just started from there. And then working at Foot Locker. Every kid growing up, they always wanted to work at Foot Locker.
Of course, with the pinstripes, of course.
Yeah, that was the goal, and working at Foot Locker and Champs, it just made things happen.
Hey, now, Cody, I've seen you with some. And now this is another thing too. I like this. This is what makes a shoe iconic when it comes out with a crazy colorway, and they're exclusive. Like because iconic shoes like Jordans, they're the only shoes to wear. You can have on an all blue fit with some pink Jordans. It don't because of what it is. It don't matter, man. And I like the fact too that like. Iconic shoes, basketball shoes, made shoes fashionable. It used to be they wear them on the court. No, man, when you go to school, that go with the right fit. You late you done missed the bus. Why, man? I'm putting this together. Listen, I'm layering this thing, but I'm never ever gonna not be a sneakerhead. I'm always I like to walk up in Foot Locker, Cody and Cam, and I want to see the Foot Locker dude go, oh, I mean, yeah, we do this for real. I told you. I told you when I come up, and Cam. Real quick, tell people, man, why don't people just listen? You work at Foot Locker and you know what's coming out. You know what, or they're trying to tell you what a shoe is. Like, that's not that. Yes, it is. Like, no, it's not. Like, I know the name of the shoe. I know the real name of the shoe. And Cam had to do this too. And I know when they fake too. So I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not even going, because I'm like, when you got, oh man, my lady got me these. Y'all must be going through some problems because them ain't Yeezys. But no, man, I'm just saying though that the Air Max is always gonna be up there. But Cody, listen, man, we got to get you in the shoe game, man. Because I will tell you this though, Cody. Once you in, that's it. Like you're not going back out. You're not going now. Y'all eBay people out there, man, that don't like the way I negotiate. Well. Don't get mad. Don't be calling me cheap on eBay. One dude said, "Ain't you being true, man?" Nah. I'm a cheap man. I want my kicks, but I got kids too. I am being true though. That is Cody James Queen. That is Cam Mercery filling in for the great Christian Go man. Get well soon, Christian. This is Second Down. And listen, like I told y'all, man, if you can't hear us, we on Spotify, we on Apple Podcasts, we on YouTube, we on Twitter, we on Facebook, we on ESPNCoastal.com. We everywhere. You never there, but you need to get there so you can see Cam, so you can see Cody, so you can see myself. And when we come back, though, Cody talked about his Denver Broncos, right?
Yeah,
is there a quarterback in this draft this year, whether it's Lance, Lawrence, Jones, Wilson, Trask. Is there a quarterback in this draft that has a Patrick Mahomes type ascension starting as a rookie? Because Pat Mahomes ain't playing until his second year. We'll get to that, man. This is second down on the Southern Pigskin Radio Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Second Down. I am Ben True, filling in for the great Christian Go Cam, man. That is Cam Mercer, Cam with a K, Cody James Queen with a C. Look, fellas, everybody going crazy over this trade. I mean, for those of you who wasn't here at the top of the show, the Miami Dolphins are showing why they around here scheming with the San Francisco 49ers trade the number 3 pick to the San Francisco 49ers for the number 12 pick to then trade back into the top 10 with the Philadelphia Eagles. But in the process of trading with San Francisco, who've obviously fell out of love with Jimmy Garoppolo, they get a 2021 third round pick, a 2022 and 2023 first round pick. And dare I say they thinking these young boys don't come in ready to go. So Patrick Mahomes obviously got everybody thinking that everybody's going to come in, take the league over, become the face of the league, sign a 10-year, $500 million deal. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes too, though, the Legacy Bowl for the HBCUs, him investing in the HBCUs for years to come. So shout out to that man and congratulations to Patrick Mahomes and his fiance. I don't know if they married yet, had a baby, and so congrats to that. But Trey Lance, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Kyle Trask, Cam, a lot to choose from. Now, we went to the quarterback restaurant. You got a lot to choose from. But what's going to be the best meal at the end of the day, and which one of these dudes got a chance to challenge, dare I say, Pat Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, and maybe like a Josh Allen as the new face of the National Football League?
I think we can all agree Trevor Lawrence is going to be a surefire pick. He's going to be a solid quarterback regardless of anything. He can't be a bust. But basically saying Pat Mahomes, them type of levels, is going out on a limb, making a bold prediction at the end of the day. And mine is Justin Fields. I'm speaking into existence. He's going to get drafted by the Falcons. And if he does, in his second year, whether he plays his first year or not, in his second year, he's going to have a lot around him. Receiving core. By that time, the offensive line will be developed. Hopefully, the new GM, he comes in and drafts a better defense for him. He's going to have a lot of things around him that all the other quarterbacks will not have. Lawrence, in Jacksonville, he won't have a lot. Whoever gets drafted by San Francisco, they're going to have a nice team. But Fields, he have a lot of toys to play with, and he can be the one that made that decision.
Cody, I know you like Mac Jones, but who got a bigger than just his play? Pat Mahomes play, celebrity, and now taking us away from Tom Brady, the man with the mohawk, in Kansas City is the face of the league. Which one of these young quarterbacks got a chance to not only let their play speak for him, but their star power speak for him as well this year?
If he gets drafted by the Patriots, I think Mac Jones will kill it in the league with Bill Belichick. He'll sit behind Cam, learn a little bit. If Cam does it real good, he'll get a job somewhere else, I think, because they're only do 1-year deals. But Mac Jones, to me, is one of the most complete pro-ready quarterbacks in the draft. Him and Trevor Lawrence. Justin Fields is good, yes, but I feel like Justin Fields didn't play enough games to really. I know that people get mad at me. He did great. He got beat up, came back. Cool. Didn't win a championship. Cool. So we're giving out a big awards to second place these days. Got a dude who just won a national championship and went off. If you get Bill Belichick around that kid, dude, oh my, you thought it was bad at Alabama. Mac Jones has star potential. And, he looks like a quarterback, handsome dude, you know what I mean? So there you go. Mac Jones to me. Obviously Trevor Lawrence is going to go out there and ball. If Fields goes to the Falcons, I wouldn't agree with that, but star power wise, to back up behind Matt Ryan being the next, the Messiah is going to come back. Matt Ryan's going to be the next face of the Falcons. Now I feel like he could really handle it because you're a quarterback at Ohio State, dude. If you're playing a quarterback at Ohio State, you know how to take the freaking shine. So there's a few of them, but Mac Jones would be my guy.
Trevor Lawrence is obviously deemed to be the next great one. I mean, been that since he was at Trevor Lawrence is built for it when you look at what he had to deal with in Clemson. I mean, followed Deshaun Watson, beat out Kelly Bryant, still was able to go out there and be a great player, but he's going to Jacksonville, right? Jacksonville needs a lot, not just from him. But I will say this. For me, it is Justin Fields. Since Michael Vick, we need a hometown. We forget that Michael Vick is from Newport News, Virginia. He is not from Atlanta, but we adopted him. So it's like he's from the A-Town down. But for me, it's going to be Justin Fields. If he goes to the A-Town, I think the boy is built for it back in the state of Georgia, showing them UGA people, man, what they should have, what they could have had if they would let him beat out Jake Fromm. But that's the difference in winning games and watching other team win games. But look, man, I've had a lot of fun today, man. Listen, I am Ben Troop. That is Cam Ursery. That is Cody James Queen. Filling in for Christian Gokel. Make sure, Christian, you get well soon, man. Make sure if you didn't get a chance to watch the show today, catch us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Twitter, ESPNCoastal.com. As we say, man, we everywhere. You never there. I'm gonna be. Listen, make sure you guys check out. You know, it's a 3 and Out myself, Kevin Thomas. I'm about to jump off of here and jump over there. But just know this: I don't care about Trevor Lawrence, Lance. I don't care about none of them. Justin Fields. We're gonna see you in the A-Town down. Terry Fontenot, do the right thing. Appreciate you guys.